my name's Imogen, and I am Head of School Development at Notting Hill Prep School in London. And we used SuperKind for a fundraiser last summer term, which was just brilliant. So it's a free online platform, which is very easy to use and all about kind of integrating philanthropy and social action and active citizenship into the classroom, and gives children a real sense of freedom and that they can play a really active role in supporting a cause that they care about. And it's safe. It's age appropriate in many ways. It's password protected. It has filters, so it kind of goes through and checks that all the charities on there are appropriate, and it's all very well regulated, which is why we felt very comfortable using it and felt like it was a really great thing to do. Why SuperKind? So as I mentioned previously, SuperKind obviously really focuses on getting children involved, and it encourages empathy, leadership, and responsibility, obviously very key attributes that we want to instill in our children. And it aligns really well with one of our 4 key values as a school, which is community. And it empowers the next generation of schools to play an active role. So schools can feel like they are really empowering the next generation and playing a really important role in doing just that. It builds confidence, and really bridges the gap between the classroom and children becoming actively involved in real world situations around them. And I feel particularly through this fundraiser, and I see it all the time with fundraising for the foundation, is that it's about getting our message across and getting children to really truly understand what it is the foundation does and what our mission is. And actually children being so actively involved in this fundraiser allowed them to have a real understanding on the work that we do. And I think that it's been so noticeable since, because children have had to really engage with it, and that's what was so brilliant. And it's a very easy platform to use, and it just kind of it was brilliant. So this was our campaign. So it was called 20 for 20. It was to mark our 20th anniversary, and children were encouraged to come up with a creative fundraising idea around the theme of 20 for 20. On the next slide, there's some examples of ones that they did. So we had bake 20 cookies for 20 days, or do 20 push-ups for 20 days, or do 20 days of washing up. So we had a lot of brilliant ideas. And what's great about the SuperKind platform is that children can set their own individual goal. We obviously had a goal which, again, along the theme of 20 for 20, was to raise £2,020, which we smashed. Actually, we raised £6,000, which again is on another slide. And we also we gave prizes. We came up with 3 categories: the most creative, the best demonstration of the NHP value, and the most challenging, which obviously encouraged more kind of participation and gave a sense of competition, which I think was quite a nice element to it. So this is kind of feedback. I just put in a few little quotes that we received from parents, and on each of the individual children's profiles and fundraising page. Parents, any friends, family, can make a donation and then give a little bit of feedback or a quote of encouragement, which again I think was just a really lovely addition. So we raised a total of £6,530 through our SuperKind fundraiser. And we got a lovely certificate from SuperKind to show this, which then we shared with our parents and our NHP community, which was also just a really great way to show the impact that their children had had and them as parents. So we received really brilliant feedback from everyone: staff, pupils, parents. And children came away from it, obviously, with a real sense of confidence and achievement. And they were talking about it for weeks afterwards, because it was, everyone was involved in it. Everyone had different ideas. It was a real talking point. And it raised awareness from my perspective and the foundation perspective on what we do, because as I mentioned previously, children had to really understand what it was that they were fundraising for in order to encourage donations for their individual fundraiser. And that is something that, it was just a message that has had a really positive impact on us. and amongst their parents and their community, their friends, their family, and the wider NHP community. And yeah, it encouraged creativity, autonomy, ownership, and increased engagement with the local community. So our key takeaways, things we do again, definitely use SuperKind as a fundraising platform. And yeah, I mean, and through that, obviously, we engage children with the local community, which was just amazing. And we would definitely do a themed campaign. SuperKind absolutely successfully introduced our children to social action, and not only in a really informative and important way, but it encouraged them to get involved in a fun way, and actually has made them realize that engaging with the local community and doing things for charity can be really fun and is a really great thing to do. And it gave them confidence, it encouraged them to take the lead, and they raised, and they can really proudly say that they raised £6,000 for us, as opposed to their parents going to an event or whatever it usually is. Actually, the children are the ones that really focused and took the time and effort, came up with the idea and ran with it, and that's really cool. So then the last slide is a couple of parent feedbacks that we had. The parents loved it. So yeah, it was a really brilliant campaign, one that we will definitely do again, and was a great way to mark our 20th anniversary and get the children really, really involved in it. So yeah, thanks, SuperKind.